Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to another exciting, fun-filled, beer-reviewed episode of What's on Tap podcast.
Are you already promising our listeners that it'll be both exciting and fun-filled?
Hell yeah, Will, because you know why? We got two things happening today. We got a head-to-head face-off of two breweries brewing the same beer.
That is fun.
And we got great friends to share it with.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a head-to-head battle between our two friends as well.
Well,
Who knows after some beers?
exactly. And then the pants come off, and then it's just foreskins are flying.
Oh my god.
All right, so welcome back, Pontus and Marcus.
Thank you.
Today we have, so Pontus was like, hey, I got this North Park 33, the 3x3, which is the collaboration that a bunch of different Monkish, Omnipollo, Trillium, Other Half Troon, Brewhouse, and North Park all it's conceptualized by Omnipollo and brought to life with a great list of co-conspirators. Here's what Omnipollo has to say. This is the first beer in a series we call 3x3, a creation union between three longtime friends and three new friends, all top minds and people we admire immensely.
So since he brought that one, made by North Park, you dug out your can, which was made by Omnipollo.
Yes,
Right.
but there's a small difference. This is the volume 1, and this is volume 2.
Aha.
Oh.
Because you can see here, North Park is not on this can.
So,
Oh, no.
Yeah, in volume 2, it is Finance, Weldworks, Root and Branch, Equilibrium, Green Cheek, and Vitamin C.
But I think to be fair as well, because all people say that the version 2 is better, the one compared to version 1 from Omnipollo. So it might be a fair fight because we have what people say are the two best versions so far. So the best one from Omnipollo and the best one from the collaborators.
Okay.
Well, I like on the bottom of the can, they have a little stamp that says, thrice is nice. And this was canned on the 14th of November, 2023.
Batch 1.
So, good to know. All right, so
volume 2.
Yes.
So we will start with, I guess, Omnipollo version 2, or should we start with North Park? Now that we've discovered this lie that you told us.
I know, we can start from the Omnipollo one because they are the creators of the.
All right, well, okay, let's just start with smell. All right, let's just start, take it, scientific method here. We'll start with smell.
The North Park smells absolutely amazing.
Yes.
It's almost in the skunky kind of territory with the hops. The hops are just off the charts.
Like it's probably one of the best smelling beers I've smelled in a really long time when it comes to haze.
Yeah.
Whereas the Omnipollo one doesn't really smell of anything.
No, it smells a bit alcoholic.
Yeah.
It smells a bit muted and a bit
muted,
old, a bit faded hop, so to say.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because that shouldn't be the case.
No.
Well, it's from November, it's almost 3 months. I know.
It came out of the system along at I guess end of January.
Yeah, I think it was 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so we're recording this mid-February. So this will date this. This will probably come out mid-March. So some people know.
And the North Park is 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So So are we saying, or what you're telling me is that the Friends part are still getting up to speed on producing their the first version. So we've had the original Omnipollo version, and I know we've tried the Brewhouse one as well.
That's correct. But the fun part is I actually tried the Green Cheek version of version 2 the other weekend.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's up to the brewers if they want to do it quick or not, because I think Other Half has done their part of volume 1 as well. But I don't think that Trillium has done one or Monkish either, because those are still in the making.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So by the time version 3 comes out, it'll be like a whole weird hodgepodge of like.
It's going to be like 3x3 is the only thing on the market.
Exactly.
You need an Excel sheet just to figure out
who's doing what when.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, we'll do the Omnipollo one first.
Yeah.
And this is the lower ABV of the two. It is a 10.1%.
Cheers.
So cheers. All right, Martin, lead the way. What do we think here?
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I think it's pretty solid, hazy, fruity New England IPA.
Yeah.
I've had this one before, and I had the Volume 1, both from Systembolaget. Listeners might not know it, but I've been drinking a lot of 2L #TIPA the last year, because it's the best IPA on the shelf. That's not like a temporary one that just goes away. This one is Omnipollo one is quite similar to the 2L #TIPA, to be honest. It's quite sweet, it has some fruit, but then there isn't that much more to it. I think we're going to see a huge difference in the next beer. Does anyone not agree with me right now?
No.
Speak now.
I'm glad you finally came around with #DIPA too.
Yeah.
Because I was a fan from that when it first started, and that's when I kicked your ass in the Game of Beers.
Oh right, yeah.
Just name that straight off.
That's true.
I even though it shouldn't be as tired as it is, I don't get a lot of hops from it. They just kind of falls flat for me on that.
They're going more like to the fruity side instead, like the fruit more faded. So it's a lot of mandarin in flavor.
Yeah, it's not as pungent as the other one.
No.
Have you already tried the other one?
No, but I smelled it.
Oh, you smell it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
This falls into the. I mean, it's also like I said, it's 10%. I think the ABV is really coming through on this one.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we want to rate it, or do we want to try both of them and then rate them afterwards?
I say we could start rating this one and see what we end up with the next one.
All right. So, did you want to rate this one? What do you got?
Yeah, I would say still a 4.25 because it's still a good beer, and I could probably drink a can or 3 of these ones if I had it at home.
Okay.
I keep giving the 2L #DIPA a 4, and those aren't very hoppy. They're quite sweet and fruity New England. So I'll give this a 4 as well. No problem.
Yeah.
4.25 for me, but it's a bit muted in especially the nose. In my opinion. But the taste is okay. A little bit on the alcohol side, but it's a good beer.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4, but if we were grading by tenths, it wouldn't get a 4. It's on the low side of a 4 for me. I think it's okay, but it's not what I was expecting from Omnipollo, considering I quite enjoyed the first one quite a bit. So, all right, moving on.
Let's try.
Have you had, so North Park, have you guys had beers from North Park?
Yeah.
Yes, both. They make, for me, some of the best British stouts in the world when it comes to pastry stouts. They have some amazing banana and coconut stouts that are off the charts.
So have we had those at tastings? Because I would have to go back and look at our...
We have had some... I know we had macaroons for dying at Martin's place. No, don't know if you were there at that time.
I feel like we've had it... I feel like we've had one at least.
I think we've had IPAs here.
Okay.
Yeah, we had IPAs for New Year's, I think, as well. We had at least one there.
I want to say that sounds right. I know. I think I couldn't tell you what it was, but I feel like I've had North Park with you guys at some point. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got sure, why not? could have happened. All right.
I had some great West Coast from as well, I think.
Yes, that's true. What's called Hop Fu?
Yeah. That was really good.
So before would anyone like to guess the hops that are in the they don't list the hops in the Omnipollo one, but in this one, would you like to guess the hops?
Before we tried it?
Yeah. Just off the top of your head.
I say Riwaka.
That's one.
Like a quick secret?
Nope.
Motueka?
Yep. There's one that's really obvious.
Citra,
there you go. There's 2 more. Any guesses?
Nelson?
Yes. And you'll never get this one.
Yeah.
It's a Citra. It's
Cryocitra.
exactly. Good job, guys. You got them all off the top of your head.
Without even tasting.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So cheers.
Obvious. It's the Riwaka in the nose, at least.
Yeah.
Yes, that one is.
This actually smells like... it smells a lot of Citra. It smells like the beer you made for me, Marcus, when I turned 40.
Well, this is like night and day. This is... See, the hops are a little on the too fresh side for me. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying if we had this maybe a week before, it would have been probably too much hop burn.
Yeah.
But this is really, if you could probably go another week or two, and it would probably be a little more mellow and be just about perfect, but this is really impressive.
Yeah,
I just sneezed. Maybe I'm allergic to the hops.
rocket, yeah.
But if someone asked me how strong is this beer if I taste with blind, I would never guess 10.2%. Never.
More like 8.
Yes,
Yeah.
more like
This is definitely a dangerous beer, and it's come up to, it's gotten kind of warm, it's kind of closer to room temperature, just a little under, but you don't get the booziness like you did with the Omnipollo one at all.
And also it's a bit thinner as well.
Yeah.
Than the Omnipollo.
But definitely not too thin.
No, it's not. It's, in my opinion, perfect.
Yeah.
The Omnipollo one is a bit too thick, actually.
And the color of this one.
Yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's an
I would
amazing
say,
beer, actually.
color-wise, they're not that far off. I mean, they're...
Well, we should
The Omnipollo one's a little bit darker, but the carbonation
Yeah.
is just dead, and it just kind of coats the glass with a bit of a film. Whereas the what was it? Sorry, North Park still got carbonation, still kind of light, and gives lacing on the glass and not a film.
I would describe this as vibrant yellow.
Yes.
Yes.
It's really beautiful. This is really good.
Yeah.
I would call it Instagram friendly.
Instagram friendly, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Gonna make it sexy on us in there.
So no need for a filter. It looks beautiful as it is.
Yes.
Definitely.
So what do you guys think about this one?
Ooh, I think it's really good. On the upper side of 4.5, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a solid 4.5 for me.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna go with a weak 4.75 level.
Yeah,
wow.
me too, actually.
Okay.
Because
Wow.
for me, it's probably one of the best triple IPAs I've had or at least in a few weeks, because the Green Chic version of Volume 2 was also almost as good, but not at the same level. But
Yeah.
And that's when I gave it 4.75, so I have to stay with the same rating there.
Yeah. Yeah, you may be right. Somewhere in between 4.5, 4.75.
But it's really good.
All right. Good job, guys. Thank you for bringing this. And
Well, don't thank me. Thank our common friend Robert.
all right, we'll thank Robert.
Shout out to Robert. I doubt he listens to the show.
We should have him on sometime. That would be a hoot.
Yeah, let him bring some fresh, hopey stuff and let him rant about them.
I think that will be
We can let him
an
rant
untethered episode. Having Robert on.
We can let him rant about people selling beers too expensive or too
cheap.
too old. And
Yeah, he could probably go on for all day if we just send some keywords to him.
yes,
Just hit his trigger words and he's like off.
so the lesson here is definitely buy Omnipollo beers and drink them, but absolutely, whenever they do a collab, find out if you can get the collab partners versions.
Yes.
Definitely.
That is a lesson.
Okay, guys. You can find us online at What's on Tap Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you find podcasts, you'll find What's on Tap. So until next time.
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.